But they figured it out in like places like Latin America and stuff
understand,
like that.
you see, but the culture is not like us. Us, we like free everything.
Yeah.
Everything. We want a free biro. A free Boomplay biro. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm not lying.
There's guys.
Fidget spinners. I'm not lying. It's true.
If it's free, I want it.
I want it. A diary. Bro, headphones.
Yeah.
I want it and I'll get it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, it's just those small things that I feel we have to find our way around it.
Mm-hmm. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the 30% podcast. This is episode 70, the big 70.
Yeah.
I am Sam, as usual. I am here with my co-host, the amazing, the slightly dated with that t-shirt, Afam Ifuna.
What's up? Don't diss Arsenal, please.
You can't be wearing a wheelchair shirt. I'm
Never
so sorry.
did. Nah,
Yeah.
that sounds like hate. Actually,
It
that
is.
sounds
No,
like
it
hate.
is. It's hate. It's absolutely hate. And today we have a special guest. We'll get to him in a bit. But as usual, this podcast can be found on Spotify. It can be found on Apple. It can be for Apple Podcasts, I guess. It can be found on Google Podcasts and Anchor. And that is at the 30% podcast. You could also catch us on social media. If you see us outside, I keep mentioning Facebook. We're not on Facebook. We're never going to get on Facebook. Facebook is dead. We are on Instagram. We are on LinkedIn. We are on Threads, if you're still there. And we're on Twitter. I also forgot YouTube. You can catch the podcast on YouTube. And on the socials, it's at the 30% pod. We have a guest. And he goes by the name Bryan Chege. Do you have like a sort of
Hey,
Mr.
let's
Do
go.
you have like a Mr. Honorable
No.
Honorable Bryan Chege? Do you have something that you do?
Yeah, I'm a music man. No, I don't know how to explain it, but
Music man, MM.
I want to
Bryan Chege.
call myself the music guy.
Yeah,
music guy.
Music guy.
So,
Critically acclaimed.
it's been-
That's what
there
they
you go.
usually
Yeah,
say.
it's been 10 plus. It's
Welcome,
been 10 plus years, but
Yeah.
Wow.
well, we're trying our best to
Yeah.
stay relevant.
Isn't that the fight as you get older? Is the fight to stay relevant?
Yeah, to
That's what
stay
we're all doing.
relevant.
The kids
Yes,
will get all of us. out of it.
Imagine, but it's
Yeah,
good.
man.
It's good to see that energy that they're bringing, especially in 2024. With all these new genres coming up or subgenres.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see them. Putting in the work.
Putting in the work.
Yeah.
So how are you, man? How are you doing?
I'm good. Afam. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
Firstly,
no worries.
it's been a long time coming. I've been a fan of your podcast, so I figured.
Thank you.
That
Thank
means
you,
a lot.
man.
Warms my
Why not?
heart.
Why not?
Yeah.
Throw in some gems. Sometimes, like I kept saying, you can't do everything yourself.
Yeah.
Try and teach that to a lot of these artists.
Yeah.
So it's an educational thing. One, a day at a time. Just get the gems that some of us, drop and that we've seen
Yeah.
over the years, and
Yeah.
then just use that and build on that. That's what we
cool.
try and tell the up and comers. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. So I mean, you and I like cross paths. Was that 2022?
I think it was 2021.
2021?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I think it
What?
was 2021.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, and at that time, I remember you were working at Audiomack, and you had.
I had just begun at Audiomack.
You had just
actually.
begun at
Yeah.
Audiomack.
I was the operations manager for Africa.
Yes.
So yeah.
And looking at your CV has been insane. But
Stacked.
I wanna take it. I wanna take it.
Stacked.
I wanna take it back to the beginning. So, how did you get into music? Like I had asked you before the podcast, and I actually want to ask you again.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever like rap? Did you ever like make beats?
I won't lie. in Makini Primary School where I was.
Wait, you went to Makini?
Yeah. I was
Makini gang.
Even you.
Even me and my Makini
There
kid.
they go.
We from primary to high school, even at Makini Academy,
Ooh.
we rapped, at break time. There was always a battle somewhere
battle
going on.
Yeah.
In class, in the toilet.
Oh
People are
man.
making
Banging
beats
on the desk. Yeah,
on the
I
desks,
know.
on the
I know how it
sink.
goes.
It was a problem, but
Yeah.
it was just us guys expressing ourselves, musically, and
Yeah.
you pick that up maybe after school, and after high school, and see how far you can take it.
Yeah.
So that was the beginning of something. I didn't really think I had it. No one ever thinks they have it until one day, in 2013, I was speaking to my friend Sandra.
Okay.
Bartonjo. She's very good. She's a very good artist manager and PR girl. She's doing the best one of the best jobs right now.
Okay.
With her clients. It's called DJ Seme.
DJ Seme.
Yeah, he's really renowned DJ. So they're really having all these nice gigs and all these, they're really putting in the work.
Yeah.
So if you do happen to reach out, she can give you the lowdown.
Yes.
How we started, but basically she introduced me to my first gig at Mdundo.
Okay.
Which was my first musical experience.
Okay.
And that was in 2013.
In 2013.
Yeah, that time Mdundo was like the only music platform anywhere. There was no Spotify. There was nothing.
Yeah.
And that time, it was a startup, so we really struggled to get it off the ground.
Yeah.
They'd done their work. I must say, my former boss Martin Nielsen, bless him. He gave me the opportunity to express myself.
Yeah.
And we built something special.
Yeah.
Because at the time I was not even really in the music making of it, or should I say the music aspect of it. I was more on the ads.
On the ads, okay.
Because Mdundo was more ad based at the time.
Okay.
I probably think it still is right now.
Yeah.
Because that's how they made revenue.
Yeah.
Through ads. So it's like a freemium service. So everybody gets on board and listens to free music, but it's ad based.
Ad based, yeah.
And then we pay artists. We used to pay artists through revenue made from ads. So you have the Coke Studios, you have the Airtel, Airtel Trace Music Stars, and all those campaigns that we used to run, and then we now rev share with artists. Yeah, so that's how we used to. So I
saw in your profile. Did you guys have something? Was that while you were still in? Did you have something to do with the 2 Chainz concert? Or when was that? Because I saw that on your
the 2 Chainz concert. That was Jameson Live.
Yeah.
No, we just run the campaign.
You just helped run the campaign.
Jameson, paid for ads. So we went, we pitched, and then got the Jameson campaign.
Oh,
so they had banners on our platform. They had banners on Mdundo. Obviously telling you to go, go get tickets, or do what you have to do to win tickets.
Crazy.
So that's something we do. That's one of the many campaigns we ran at Mdundo.
Because for me, man, that concert, like...
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, 2 Chainz was...
so for me, like, I always feel pain because I remember there was one concert which he didn't come for. Then there was the next one which he did come for. And I remember me and my friends were very, very excited about 2 Chainz.
I think the one... Is it the one he came with DJ Drama? They came together.
I think so.
Or did DJ Drama come by himself? I can't remember, man. I'm getting old.
I mean, that's over a decade ago now.
It is, yeah. It's over 10 years.
So,
another one lost his shoe.
Who lost his shoe?
The Panda guy.
Oh, no. That was more recent. That was more recent. That was Designer.
Yeah. Designer.
He lost his kick, bro. You forgot. Like, give me back
bro,
my shoe.
There were,
in the crowd.
There were girls who
I took his jodos, bro.
I swear there were girls who were pulling his boxers.
Was crazy.
People were pulling his boxers.
And I'm pretty sure half of them have never heard a Designer song.
He was being carried in the crowd. And then his shoe just dipped. One shoe. One shoe Designer.
So
That's legendary.
So you never really. So okay.
It's
So your
legendary.
friend Sandra,
Yes.
introduced you to Mdundo.
Yes.
Was there any method to that? Like, why Mdundo at that time? Like, so you said there was nothing else going on in music, but like, I'm sure there are other small labels at the time and things like that.
I mean, labels. You see, at the time, you see, one thing Sandra knew that I like music.
Yeah.
I really leaned towards music because I didn't have. Okay, let's say, I don't want to make this a sad story, but you know, I'd been in a traumatic. I won't say traumatic childhood, but I had suffered a couple of losses in my childhood.
Okay.
Some of us had to become men before we were men.
Yeah.
You know, my dad, you know, grandpaps, you know, another grandpaps.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like all the men around me were just passing away.
Yeah.
So I lean towards music to, you know, comfort me.
Yeah.
You know, just when you're feeling down, and music always brings you back.
It does that.
and always,
It
you
does
know,
that. Yeah.
and some songs resonate to your sadness, so you end up, you know, feeling. What's that saying that, you know, when you're happy you enjoy the music, when you're sad you understand the lyrics.
I've never heard that saying, but that makes sense.
Yeah. When you're happy, you enjoy the song. When you're sad, you understand the lyrics.
Yeah.
What's your okay? This is a side. What's your go-to when the sadness hits?
Bro, you
What are you
have
listening
too
to?
many breakup
Yeah.
playlists.
Oh, for real.
Too many. We've cried.
Nice.
Over the years, don't worry.
Nice. Yeah. Just lock your door.
Hey,
You by yourself.
By
man.
yourself too.
Yeah, no one has to know.
She'll be back.
Music hits differently when you're sad.
It does, it
It's
does.
the best, man.
And I don't know why human beings have a tendency to listen to sad music when they're sad. Why do we do that?
I'm going to say that happy music is overrated, man. Like, me, who wants to listen to happy music? Me, I don't want to listen to happy music.
Yeah, well, you know.
well,
Depends on, you know, what situation you're going through at the time.
Yep.
So,
Okay. Okay, so that's how that came about.
Yeah, that's how we started at Mdundo.
Mhm.
And you know, we segued into after about 2.5 years at Mdundo, 2013 and 2015.
Mhm.
And then Boomplay came calling. You know, that the Chinese did their due diligence and realized that, you know, they could, you know, so I look like I could, you know, help in the cause.
Yeah. They're like, you can help
So,
out.
you know,
So how does that happen? Did they just like, they just in your email, you met someone?
Actually, someone who I consider my mentor.
Okay.
Chinasa.
Chinasa.
Udala, yeah.
Okay.
Very good friend of mine, like a big brother. He's a mentor to me.
Okay.
You know, everything he said, you know, always came true for some reason.
Yeah.
He's Nigerian, but you know, he's more Kenyan than Nigerian now. He's been here a long time, so he was
Very
working.
familiar
I think they reached out to him on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And now he just, because he had an office just next to our office at Mdundo, because we were at 88 MPH, which became Nairobi Garage. You know, all these startups, you know, Gafla and all these startups. So he just approached and he was like, "Oh, there's these people who are trying to start a new music app, and you know, I think you'd be a good fit." So yeah, that's how we just moved.
Really, I saw something interesting saying that you were the very first
employee of Boomplay in East Africa. Yes, yeah. Because it was me and a ex-colleague of mine called Michael, yeah. Okay. So we were the first two.
Wow.
And then we were in Nigeria, went for training, because now the Boomplay team for Nigeria had already been established.
Yeah.
So we're in Lagos. We don't know anybody. We're in Lagos. We're on a plane. We're in Lagos, Nigeria.
Yeah.
And one of the best experiences.
How was that experience?
You know, Lagos is Lagos, bro. You know,
tell Afam has never been.
Traffic.
Fun fact.
Yeah, traffic.
Here's a fun fact. So me and Sam are both Nigerian. I'm half Nigerian.
Okay, yes. I know you're half Nigerian.
Yeah, I'm half Nigerian. I've actually never been to
Afam has
Lagos.
never been. So tell him about his
so
homeland.
tell me about my homeland.
So first of all, the traffic. No, first of all,
he went to the traffic first.
First of all, the airport.
Oh,
hectic.
Is Kenyatta Market. No, not Kobaya.
They asked you for money, didn't you?
Of course.
Yeah, come on.
And you know, I'm a big guy, so Oga, you've come.
Something for me,
my
something
chairman,
for me, bro.
Chairman,
Move.
you know, he said he's not gonna search my bag.
No.
You know, he said it straight up. He's not gonna search your bag.
Just
Just give me something.
Wow.
It's the culture, man. It's the culture.
I don't care what's in your
It's
bag. Just give me
carry all you want
Kenya
to carry,
shillings.
man.
Kenya shillings.
As long as we have something in our pockets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
something for the boys.
I'd already been
Ridiculous.
I'd already been warned. Change your dollars into ones, $1 bills.
These days they're becoming hip. You can't just be doing that now.
$1 bills.
These days
Yeah.
they're hip. They're hip to the $1 bills.
So when you tune that $1 you give the guy, you to me a sana.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then from there the traffic, and then the humidity, and then the hooting. It's like hooting is like it's a thing, bro.
Yeah, that's communication.
Yeah. And then basically I like how they have so much love for their food.
Yes.
That there's a place called The Place, which had like everything in that you'd think about. There's like 6 types of rice, of jollof rice, and 6 types of it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I like how they have so much love for their food, the plantain and everything and stuff like that. And that just showed that these other fast food restaurants, they were closing down. They looked like dusty and they were closed down because they really have that love and affection for their food.
Yeah.
So I feel like Afrobeats came with that whole culture of their food, of jollof and all those, all those things, and that So that's what I believe. Because without, I don't know if I could say, but without Afrobeat, making the markets made, I don't know if we'd still be looking at jollof as. You're looking at it now. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah, they came hand in hand to me.
Yeah,
I feel like they came hand in hand. They came together.
So what did you get up to? What did the training encompass?
I mean, it was just how to speak to artists, content acquisition, what to look for, in terms of when the artists are bringing you content, you're not just giving me a file on a flash disk, and that's the one thing that we needed to educate these Kenyans, or rather these East Africans, because we're not just Kenyan. I found it difficult, looking at or getting content, because it's very simple. I need your high def pictures, I need your lyrics, I need obviously the file itself, in high def as well, or whatever will work on the app, whatever we need to work on the app. And it's just the small things and the artist bio. And those are the small things that they always took for granted. And you tell them, lyrics ziko wapi? Wacha nikutumie kwa WhatsApp. What do you mean? Bro, I'm not now. And then, let me send you the picture on WhatsApp. And then he sends you a photo of him in 206.
Exactly.
He has matutas, like he has little, dreads. And now it's 2012. You have full dreads. You're asking, is this the same person? And he's like, to me, at that photo. I can't. I can't use that photo. And those are the little fights we used to have with some of these artists. And you know how egos are, in terms of some of these superstars. So it was always a push and pull back and forth. But eventually they understood, understood the game, and it was a bit smooth. It was more smooth sailing, especially in TZ than Kenya, so to speak, because it's like in TZ they understood what they need to do.
Really?
Yeah. And once we opened the TZ office, like a year and a half later, bro, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers between TZ and Kenya.
There's a stark difference.
Is there? Because now you've been in there. Why do you think that is? In terms of the comparison between TZ and Kenya, and of course we're not trying to compare and everything, but then just why do you think the numbers might be doing a lot better there, as opposed to here?
Okay, one, I believe they have pride in their language, Swahili. They have so much pride in that language, and it's our language as well. It's just that it's their first language. It's also our first language, but it's more of their main go-to language. And two, they support each other so much. There's no competition for it. This has done this person has done this, and we're gonna tweet their music. They're like Nigerians. David will tell you, go check out Banner's new
go check out Whiskey.
Go check out Whiskey's
accusing
new
them
track.
of fighting, but
you know what I mean?
tweet it out.
So no, I mean, when I was at that time coming at that point in time, everybody was bigging up everybody. Just that the problem with Kenya, I feel like there was always competition. Why am I putting Why am I tweeting for this? Why am I tweeting for this guy?
Yeah.
And then tweet for me.
Yeah.
You get? And now
I
it's
get
always
that,
that. There's always going to be that heated debate or back and forth.
And so everybody doesn't
Yeah,
progress.
I don't lift you, you don't lift me.
Yeah.
Now we stagnate.
Yeah.
We plateau. We get to a point and then boom. What's next?
Yeah. Nothing.
What's next? Now it's beef. Now it's a battle, or there's these tracks coming out because you're feeling some type of way. And other things that we need to avoid.
So and I agree with that. So when you say content acquisition, for our listeners who might be casual, casually invested in the music industry, what does that exactly entail?
It doesn't entail, like I said, it's an EPK. Electronic press.
So it's
kit.
just
it's an EPK. It's an electronic press kit. Like I said, it has all your picks, recent, obviously updated by your social media handles, your lyrics of whatever content you're pushing out, or is it an album, is it an EP, whatever it is. And obviously the bio is gonna speak a lot, more volumes of what we're trying to expect in the EP. So educating people of what to expect, as you're giving out this content to Spotify, to Mdundo, to Boomplay, to Apple. So it's all about just prepping that EPK, obviously to the best of your knowledge and to what these people who do content acquisition need to prepare for your album dropping on Friday. So, and then obviously this is one thing we used to fight about, giving us your music on Thursday and it's dropping tomorrow.
It's dropping on
That's
Friday.
Crazy.
Could you guys upload that?
How many times?
But why do artists do that?
I don't know why they do that. I swear, I don't know why they do that. And you see, that's the difference between them and Tanzanians and the Nigerians and Ghanaians. I kid you not. There was a time even at Audiomack. Sorry, I've jumped to Audiomack now.
No worries.
I'm telling you, on emails, I used to get, what's that guy? Black Sheriff, album.
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks.
At least.
On email, they've come and they have their dates.
Yeah.
March 3rd.
Yeah.
Everything on it. Listening link, which expires because you probably can listen to this once as the team.
Yeah.
And that's it. You have to wait for now March the 3rd.
Yes.
And it's like Feb 15th. You understand?
Yeah.
So you have 3 weeks to plan this rollout.
Yeah.
It's a rollout plan. What are we doing? Are we putting him on a playlist cover? Are we, all these little things are the ones that push your music and push your streams. So when you're giving me your
the
music
night
on
before,
Thursday,
big man,
big man, Mejja,
go make a tayari
in a drop cash show, bro. Are you serious?
Oh man,
are you for real?
And this I think this is some of the things that artists need to be educated on.
They don't listen.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that some of them are now getting to understand, but that's also mainly because now most of them are on what are they called? Platforms like 1RPM, and all these other.
And so they'll be chased down for that information.
Yeah, I mean, no, you see now it's more planned. It's more
structured. Yeah,
it's more structured.
And they're delegating somebody to handle
all these
that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With so Ziki, 1RPM, they're all in Kenya now. CD Baby, there's so many, man. Cracks.
Cracks?
Yeah, CRUX.
The Orchard also.
Orchard is around. Orchard is part of Sony. Yeah, it's a Sony arm, and all these what are they called?
The distro companies.
All these distros. All these distros are around. So now it's all about your negotiation skills. What's the split? What's the rev share? Because that's where now people start concerning. What's the rev share between us and these guys? Between me and as an artist and these guys?
Yeah.
What are you bringing onto the table as this distro.
Mhm.
What's the marketing plan? Are you gonna put some money behind the marketing?
Yeah.
Also, you see, you can't expect the distro to do that. It depends on the type of artist you are. So now the distro has to do that due diligence.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's your plan as an artist? How did your last music do? What's your relationship with some of these acts?
Mhm.
I mean with your fans.
Yes.
How's your following? What's your following looking like? Because you just can't put music behind someone and expect, what's the ROI?
Yeah.
What's the return on
exactly.
investment? If I'm
Yeah.
putting a billboard of Afam over here, a billboard's gonna cost me 300K, but
Mhm.
will his streams make me 300K back?
Yeah, we'll pay for that.
Will it?
Yeah.
So you can't ask me for a billboard.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So let's come up with other innovative ways to break, I'd say through the glass ceiling and have you come from a comer into mainstream,
Yes.
into now, so to speak, A-list.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's a journey.
Yeah.
And as an artist, you have to be very consistent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Consistency is key. Because these people, you chuck a jam one for 1 year, then you disappear.
Yeah, you disappear.
Can't.
Then you can't.
Today you can't.
And
do
I'm
that.
back. Next
Yeah,
year, hashtag I'm back.
And then
Until next year, hashtag
What do you're back from where? We forgot
no one
about you.
no one knows you. And
Bruh, we
music is so
forgot.
quick these
People
days
will
too.
forget you in
And
3
then when he
weeks.
comes back, he's trying to give us an album.
Bro,
But
what?
yeah.
What is it with
It's
that?
crazy. And then when it doesn't do well, they start looking at,
Yeah.
oh, the producer didn't do this.
Yeah.
My manager didn't do that.
Yeah.
These fans are haters.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
told you this?
Yeah.
You have to be consistent. Chuck jams. You get the other
Exactly.
time King Kaka was chucking 3 jams a month.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
This guy's almost 1,000 jams.
Mm.
If Nakama Ijapita, maybe it's on 900 and something.
Mm-hmm.
That guy was working. He's done the work.
Yeah.
I can give you an example of 2 people who were really in my face when I was at Boomplay, and now
You can
you
see
can see the work
Mhm.
has come back.
Yeah.
180.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah.
come back around.
Yeah.
And now they are successful. There's a guy called Breeder.
Breeder.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Every 9 a.m. in the morning, this guy is on my seat, sitting down waiting for me.
Was waiting
At
for you.
Boomplay, I'm like, bro.
Let
I'm
me-
like, my
I
guy,
respect
this is
it.
2017.
I respect
Better in the
2017.
door, man.
2017.
Yeah.
I'm like, this Breeder guy didn't sleep. Naje Buddha, Naje bro, And I understood and I saw his hustle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I was so excited when I saw him
Yeah.
and calligraphs, Cypher.
Mhm.
I'm like, finally,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's made
He's
it.
making it. Yeah.
He's in our
getting-
Cypher. Now
exactly.
they know who he is.
Yes.
He did the work.
Yeah.
He got the collabo he needed.
Yeah.
Strategic collabos. Don't just collabo with anybody. Don't just
Mhm.
jump in the booth because you're my boy.
Yeah.
I mean, now we have buzz, and then,
Mhm.
but your fans are my fans. My fans are your fans.
How
So
we
if we have the
gain-
same
Exactly.
fans,
We're all speaking to the
we
same
have
people.
the same fans.
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
to
How,
position yourself.
how are we going to grow?
Yeah.
And then the second guy who was really in my face was Musau.
I just had a feeling it
So-
had something to do with Boutros.
Yeah, yeah.
It had something to do
And
with
that time
Boutros.
Musau had dreads. Now he's bold. Hata mimi amekuwa mzee.
I used to see. I
He's
saw.
become Mzee.
Men never met him with dreads.
Musau had dreads.
saw
Full
pictures
dreads,
of
like
him
almost
with
like yours.
dreads.
I swear.
How?
That bro, he was a kid. He was grinding.
I
bruh.
can't imagine Musau with
In
dreads.
2017, he's telling me about this thing called shrap. I'm like, bro, what is that? Me and my boy Boutros, who is that? But look, Musa put in the work.
Yeah.
He tried, he made Boutros into a brand.
Yeah.
But it took time.
It took time. Yeah.
When is 2017? When 2024? That's 7 years ago.
7.
It's crazy now.
7.
Yeah, and now you can.
Now is
really
when you're
see-
hearing
now you can
Angela
see-
everywhere.
Yeah.
Now Angela is in Jamaica.
Yeah.
It's in Fiji.
It's in Fiji.
I think a lot of artists are.
Do you understand?
That what we do is we
it
look
takes
at the
time.
TV.
It takes time.
Yeah, and we see those stars, and we see, okay, I feel like I'm as talented
I'm a
as that
star.
person.
Yes. No.
So all I need to do is just make the music and
Put
drop it.
in the work.
That guy has been grinding for
Boutros
years
has been
and
grinding.
years and
Yes.
years.
Musa has been there, sumboing me daily. I'm like, bro, who is this? And dopamine.
Dopamine.
That's a very good name, by the way. Dopamine.
Very, very
Afam
good
likes
name.
it. Afam really likes
Yeah,
it.
I'm
I'm playing
You
of
listen,
dopamine.
you listen
Yeah,
to his
of
music,
dopamine,
you
I
get
know.
a dopamine
The dopamine. Yeah, exactly.
effect. Yeah, it's
I like that
fine.
play
it.
with the name.
Yeah.
And I was like, these guys have been at it for a minute.
They had the vision.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Okay, so when you
And
say
you need somebody stubborn like Musa.
Like, I can tell you for a fact,
need-
Take
I
no
was
for
very
an answer.
stubborn.
8 o'clock in the morning.
But I love it.
He's in your house.
I love it, man.
Like, what are you
So when
doing
you say
here?
the grind, like that grind, those steps you take before you finally bloom, what
Yeah.
exactly does that entail? Like for let's say there's a younger artist now who is trying to get there, and okay, they have the hunger. What are they doing to be able to ensure that when they get to that point,
you have to
it works?
Okay. One, like I said, consistency, and then two, you have to look at you. Where you trying to be? In 10 years,
Mhm.
5 years.
Mhm.
What are you trying to achieve?
Yeah.
Who is your audience? You need to know who you're rapping to or who you're singing to, because if you don't know your audience, how
Yeah.
are you going to perfect your art?
Yeah.
Perfect your yourself.
Yeah.
To direct whatever message you're trying to nini across to the right people.
Yeah.
Because the wrong people could be listening to you. But you see, you have to make yourself a brand.
Mhm.
So how do you do that? I mean, it's like I said, it's a small thing. It's a small educational things. Like I said, strategic collabos.
Mhm.
What makes you better? What will push you over the edge?
Yeah.
You have to. I wanna say. Just looking within yourself and then
Yeah.
just finding what would what the world, or what the people around you,
Mhm.
and what the Kenyan audience are trying to do.
Yeah.
And and I understand some people obviously are trying to break the glass ceiling and obviously get onto the other side.
International, yeah.
And it also depends what's he doing on social media.
Mhm.
Because also that plays a big factor.
Yeah.
You're not, what are you putting? Is it rubbish? What are you putting on social?
Pictures of your dog.
What are, those are the things
you
people
had
need
for
to
breakfast.
know. What sort of content in terms of pushing your brand are you trying to put out there?
Yeah.
Because you have to stay relevant.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You have to stay consistent. You have to, all these things shows.
Yeah.
You can't wake up and now you want 2 million bob per show. People did free shows for like 5 years before you start asking for 30 G's. You understand?
They won't-
So you have to play your
the
position.
artists won't like
Know
to hear that.
your place, play your
The artists
position.
won't
What do you
like
mean
to hear
people
that.
need free shows? Like
People did free shows.
Oh, they did free
As
shows.
the
Oh, yeah,
artist.
yeah, yeah,
As
yeah.
the artist.
But every artist doesn't want
Yeah, we
like
don't want to do
right
that.
now
No,
they
no,
don't
no,
want to. I don't want the look, man. I want to get some
Exposure.
money.
Bro,
Yeah.
how? Listen, people did
Yeah.
free shows.
You have to do those things.
You have to go through it.
Yeah.
And that's what they don't. Some of them don't understand. You have to go through it and just know your place
Yeah.
first. I understand that you're feeling like you're a superstar and you need to be a superstar and to be treated as such, but you have to put in the work.
You have to put in the
my
work.
friend.
Yeah.
The job has to be done.
Mm.
It's there now. You can see the buttresses. You can see now is when they're doing. It's working for them.
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing Kiba vodkas come on board. There's so many things coming on board now.
Yeah.
And that also entails, that also moves back to you being a brand.
Yeah.
You see, otherwise, these brands are not going to look for you.
Mhm.
Like I said, it's what you put out on your socials.
Yeah.
And are you growing your socials?
Mhm.
Is it 100K? Next year, what are we trying to do?
Mm.
And also the team behind you. What's their plan? Because you can't do everything on your own. Yeah. Delegate, yes, but you can't have 30 guys also. They also have to know the business of music.
Yeah.
The music business.
Yeah.
And that's something I see. For example, there's a guy called Francis.
Francis.
He's Calligraph's manager.
Okay.
I also saw him grow.
Yeah.
Of over the years, and now he's doing even better now with Calligraph, and you see all these things are coming on board, and Monster and all these brands are looking for people.
Yeah.
So it's all about how you position yourself as a brand.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then obviously your team working tirelessly.
Yeah.
To give you that exposure, to get you there.
Yeah.
To get you.
And I won't say there'll be gatekeepers, but
There will be. There will be.
People, I don't know why people always talk about gatekeeping and gatekeepers.
Because it's a reality.
They're there,
If
though.
It's a
music
reality.
is dope, it's dope. If it's not dope, it's not dope.
That's also true.
Not also. So my question is: are you willing to listen to critics? Are you willing to listen to what we have to say about your music?
Yeah.
Before you tell me I've been in the game 20 years, and then where are you now? See, you've come to me.
Yeah.
So clearly it's not working.
Clearly.
So are you listening? Are you ready to listen to critics?
Yeah.
Listen to your producer. Listen to, even the people who are in the studio with you. They may have shit to say, but maybe you just don't want to hear it because you're there.
You're the star.
You're the star.
You're the star.
Yeah.
You're why they're all there.
I wanna pivot. Okay, so just back to your early Boomplay days, yeah. So I know there's this whole global thing with streaming, like they're trying to like now get into different markets, whether it's Africa, whether it's China, India, the like. Can you or are you able to speak to what their intentions at the time when they hired you to work at Boomplay? What they were? What were they trying to do with streaming at that time? And has anything? Well, I know you don't work there anymore, but has it shifted? Has it changed? Or are they still doing the same strategy?
No, it's definitely changed. It's definitely changed. Martha is doing a phenomenal job. She was my colleague there. She's the GM now. Big up to her. And Natasha as well, who's now the GM, who's the country manager for TZ. They've grown this. I won't say baby. I felt like it was my baby.
Yeah,
it's a baby.
It is.
It was a baby.
I know exactly what you mean.
We grew that baby together.
Yep.
And it's now, a grown man. It's doing well.
Yeah.
Right now they're even pushing Boomfest.
Yeah, we saw
started
about
the other
that.
day with NRG, and it's more artist oriented. I feel like they're looking at the artists more. They're giving artists more opportunities.
Yeah.
They're also trying to connect with the fans.
Yes.
With the app, the app gets better and better. I like the UI.
Yeah.
Has always been dope. You can chat. You can do so much
on the UI,
with the Boomplay app. In terms of I feel like they've become much more intentional. Yeah. And the only way now from here is up, to be honest. They're the biggest app in Africa. I'd say last I left it was 70 million plus user. I don't know where they're at right now in the numbers, but could be on 100 mil plus in Africa. Who knows? Yeah. But they're doing really well. And hats off to them. Hats off to them.
Do you think more?
And they have dope and they have dope varsity jackets. I like that. That jacket, I just didn't get one that fitted me. I don't know these people.
Yeah, if you're listening, 3 varsity jackets.
Yeah.
I'm a such large.
Those football jackets, black and white ones, they're really dope. They're really dope. Yeah.
Do you think streaming is headed in in a direction where more Africans are gonna be involved with listening to music via streaming?
I believe streaming. Streaming is the way to go. But as time goes, you have to just you have to keep evolving. We don't know what's next. It was cassettes.
Yeah.
Then it became CDs. Then it became LimeWire. Then LimeWire became YouTube. So you just have to keep evolving as the time goes. But streaming, I feel, will be there for a couple of. For the foreseeable future. It'll be here for a while. Be here for a while. But with Africa, for me, how I feel. This not to anybody, but how I feel is that where I feel we will struggle is the subscription part of it. Yeah,
because that price point is still too high.
Like too much free shit, so too much free stuff. So we're not going. It's a fight to take that 10 bob from me daily or 15 bob.
But
daily.
they figured it out in places like Latin America and stuff.
Understand?
Like that.
You see, but the culture is not like us. Us we like free everything.
Yeah.
Everything. We want a free biro. A free Boomplay biro. I'm telling you, I'm not lying.
There's guys
fidget spinners. I'm not lying.
Yeah,
it's true.
If it's free, I want it.
I want it a diary. Bro, headphones.
Yeah.
I want it and I'll get it.
For sure.
So, it's just those small things that I feel we have to find our way around it because subscription might I don't want to say might be the downfall of it, but subscription, we have to find a way around subscription.
And it's the future. It's
I
not
don't
going
know.
anywhere.
I don't know if it's if it's reducing the tunes, the 5 bob or the 10
They've
bob,
tried it.
or we need to find a way around that, and
Yeah.
that's one. And then 2, payment solutions. Not all of us have credit cards.
Mm-hmm.
You get.
Mm-hmm.
So that works very well in South Africa.
But not here.
Even thugs have credit cards. You know what I mean? But in Nigeria, Kenya, it's really easy to say that we work best with mobile money, M-Pesa, till number.
Yeah.
Let's finish this story quickly.
Yeah.
But when you start asking me for my bank ATM card,
You already switch off.
bro. You've lost me.
Too much.
You've
too
lost
much,
me.
Too much work.
You've lost me.
Same.
But if you can, say 10 bob me or M-Pesa,
Exactly. Yeah.
the till number for
the
till number for Boomplay is
Uh-huh.
30 days is what 150 bob. Okay,
Yeah.
let me do
Easy.
there, and then we finish that story. You see, that works.
That would be actually that would be a good way to properly integrate it. At some point,
Exactly.
Spotify was doing that, and I was on there. I was paying for my Spotify through M-Pesa, but then they stopped it.
Exactly. Now, why did it stop? You see, that's a problem. I don't want to call M-Pesa bullies or Safaricom bullies, but it's all about, again, rev share.
Yeah.
How much of that 10 bob is Safaricom taking? How much of that 10 bob is the artist going home with?
Yeah.
And how much of the 10 bob is Boomplay going home with?
Yeah.
My guy, that 10 bob is going to 3 people. And not forget taxes. It's 0.5 bob. There's taxes in that 10 shillings per user per day.
That's complicated
insane.
math.
You tell me now.
It's complicated
But
math,
okay,
yeah.
but now you talk about. Oh no, go ahead.
So I don't know. It sounds could be because they don't forget they're giving you probably free SMSs, free mass messaging to the fans.
Yeah.
They get your and then when you're doing when they're giving that free get your 30-day on Boomplay or whatever platform it is, they're still probably doing bundles as well, bundling it up, and then on top of that, they still have to put you on. I don't know if they're doing that now, of putting, for example, some of these platforms on the Safaricom app
I don't
as a
know.
micro app. You understand how that works? Like if you go onto the Safcom app right now, will you find all those little apps you find? Does that work, or will that limit you? Will you lose your fans there? So we don't know what they're doing in that space. So it's it's just there's a lot that can be explored, but it's always about. It always comes down to rev share and do we have a marketing plan, and are we, are we being fair to each other? Because we're partners. It's just that now you're bigger than me. You have the database.
Yeah.
You have 40 million, 50 million Safaricom subscribers. What are we doing? What are we doing to reach out to these people? Because you are Safcom already. You know who these 50 million are. You know the age group.
Yeah.
You know the demographic.
Yeah.
So you know exactly who to send these SMSs to. But what's the response?
Exactly.
What's the response? Is the messaging right? Is the messaging correct? Is there a link? Is the link working? All those little things can deter you from being there, of actually, want you to be there even more. Yeah, so, some of these partnerships, they look nice from outside. And then when you're in it.
Exactly. When you start seeing the
we
details,
don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I say, it's all about getting on the table, and then let's talk about it. If you can agree, if we have the same goals, then I don't see why telcos are the best thing, because they have everything. They have all this infrastructure.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to actually go into. So like after Boomplay, you were also at Safaricom.
No.
Oh,
I was
okay.
at Songa by Safaricom.
At Songa by Safaricom.
But at Radio Africa.
Oh, at Radio Africa.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
And how was your experience there? And also, okay, yes, I know what we like. I have I'm Kenyan, so I understand like the whole M-Pesa thing. But like, how come telecommunication is so big in not just Kenya, but just in the African music industry? Like, why is it such a big thing? Because so if you're trying to explain to an American like how big of a part Safaricom,
telco plays.
yeah,
Yeah,
like will play.
it's because it's on your phone.
Yeah, okay.
One, and then two, they have all the infrastructure. Then three, they have all the database. They have everybody in one place. Why else are you gonna get 50 million people in one place? Nowhere.
Yeah,
That you can direct your ads to.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, so the telco plays its part. And then now you, like I said, you have to come with whatever messaging you need, you want to put out there to get these people onto your platform. And then obviously, you know, what are we breaking off these telcos?
Yeah. What
and then obviously, like I said, back to payment solutions.
Yeah.
You know, are we doing mobile money or you know, your card, which
bank.
Now you're going to lose people there. There are people there who will pay for their Spotify with their card.
But it's
such a
it's a niche.
It's such a small percentage.
What percentage?
And they'll do it begrudgingly too. They're not going to be so happy.
I just want your password.
Yeah. Yeah. To
be honest,
what exactly is songa music? Because I've heard it. What is there?
Yes, that's a great question.
Unfortunately, it shut down.
Yikes.
I feel like we could have done better. Just that, you know, there's a lot of back and forth with some of, you know, the telco people, and also our marketing strategy was not. I didn't feel like it was sound.
Yeah.
So when I came, it was more of cleanup than trying to
actually
push it,
something,
trying to achieve something. So for almost 2 years, you're busy trying to do cleanup. You're busy trying to, you know, and then obviously the tech team was actually dope. You know, it was very Kenyan. It's not. They're not other people sitting somewhere in India. They're all in next room.
Why is India getting strays?
No,
why is India catching strays?
No, because
I get it.
They are known for that. Like a lot of these companies, there's just
because our tech team was here.
Yeah. There's a building in New Delhi just there full of guys.
There, you know, doing things. Help desk.
Shout out to India.
Help desk.
So yeah, they were in the next room and they did quite a good, remarkable job.
Yeah.
It's just that sometimes the marketing was just not.
Yeah.
I didn't feel it. I didn't feel what were we doing. You know, especially when I woke up one morning and found, you know, Justin Bieber on a billboard and Pink and Timberlake, and I'm like, who are all these guys on billboards? Why our guys?
Why?
Do you not have artists?
Exactly. Why?
You know? And
that's okay.
It was a bit off for me. And I'm like, you guys are, you know, and the old timers. I don't call them old timers when we don't have names, but the old timers didn't understand.
Yeah.
They didn't understand. You know, Google ads. That's one thing they struggle with.
Some of them
like
still don't.
Why are we paying $50,000 to $5,000 for? Because they're more. Let me see. So to them, a billboard, they can see.
Makes more sense.
Exactly.
But the question is, with a billboard, how are you gonna count eyeballs?
Yeah.
You can't.
I've always struggled with.
How are you gonna count eyeballs and then give me a report? At 250 guys saw this billboard.
And
that's a lie.
And how billboards are, because how many people are going to actually look the billboard and go, because
just
a picture. How many are going to actually go and search for what they saw?
Can I ask you guys have you ever made a purchasing decision based off of a billboard?
No.
Because me personally, I've never done that.
Never.
I look at them as art, honestly. I look at them as an art form.
I'm like, that's dope.
Yeah.
You know,
I like how you guys did it.
Yeah. Cool. And you keep it moving because you know who did the billboard.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I'm not gonna be like, I need that. I never have.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a certain group of people who they'll see a billboard, they're like, oh yeah,
I need that.
But I feel like that might be more the professionals than
for
just
me.
the
It's
labor.
like a micro influencer on TikTok. I see them and I'm like, they're pitching me on this like dope headphones because
Yeah.
I make music, and I'm like, yo, let me check that
And
out.
the link is right down there that you
the
can.
There
link
you
is
go.
there.
It's a faster purchase.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
faster in it.
Yeah.
Because now billboards, when you start looking for your phone, at the QR code is on the billboard. Aye, my friend. That's how
Well,
your
I'm
phone-
I'm
driving.
driving.
that's how your phone goes.
While I'm driving, there's a cop in
But
front
I
of
might
me.
be
That's how your
driving.
phone, the cop, your phone has been stolen.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, it's just not
You
worth
don't
it.
need all that.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not
You
worth
can't
it.
you can't really count, eyeballs, and so
Yeah.
at least you can get a comprehensive report on Google Ads.
Mhm.
How many people saw your ad? How many people clicked on your on your ad?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many people? You can
Yeah.
you can
It's
you
right
can,
there.
You can see, you can pull out all these analytics.
Mhm.
But on a billboard,
Yeah, what social media has done, it's
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 tricky.
reduced the time and the steps and it's really brilliant because it's reduced the time and steps between seeing that you want a thing and buying the thing. Right, and that's psychology. Because on a billboard, honestly, it's just a lot of work. Like you have to now go and
Kazi mingi,
search.
bro, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, but then social media has just made, all right, the link is right there. So even before you get the chance to change your mind, you've already clicked it, and then
Yeah.
it just all plays into that.
Yeah.
Artists should actually figure out a way to.
And actually, that part, you
To
see
finesse
that,
that.
if you can do that and then get a what do you call it? That pop up for put your M-Pesa pin.
Yeah.
If you could
Easy.
The prompt.
Yeah.
that prompt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can work your music through that prompt, who knows what money you can make?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
QR code into the prompt.
Yeah.
Get the EP now. Once you put in your M-Pesa Nini and it goes, it starts downloading the app. I mean the EP immediately.
The project, yeah.
Immediately.
Do you know what Cardinali was sending the albums via email to people?
Aye.
You just M-Pesa.
Why did you? What was that
I
reaction?
don't know. That's a lot.
How do you feel about that?
I know. An email. I might miss it. What if I miss the email?
No, but you're waiting for it.
Or if I'm waiting, if I you see,
Like
now you see, that's another thing that artists need to do. Give me some sense of anticipation.
No, because you've purchased it, so then you're waiting to receive it.
You're waiting to receive it on
via email.
Okay,
Then
that's
you're
what I
sending
mean.
it,
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I mean.
Oh, cool. I mean, okay, I guess.
Direct to consumer.
I guess that works. Yeah, go ahead. Direct to consumer, that's fine. But don't you think? But is there like a program that you can set for that? Because imagine someone
Probably.
doing it manually.
Things like MailChimp.
Yeah,
MailChimp.
MailChimp. Okay, email marketing makes
Yeah.
sense.
Mhm.
MailChimp and stuff like that. That can work. I mean, I guess. But if it's somebody doing it manually, wow,
Yeah. Stress.
nah.
You'll get tired before you
With
sell
with an email book.
Yeah. You have to put all the addresses. You'll get tired before you sell. Before you sell albums.
Yeah. Or things like Bandcamp as well.
Attach.
Bandcamp is good for that
Bandcamp
one.
though. Bandcamp is.
You don't like Bandcamp?
I don't know. Bandcamp is cool, but for you to be successful on Bandcamp, you have to. It's literally just a place to put your music and direct people to. So you have to do a lot of back work. So for the artist who wants easy, you can't just like this time back then, when we're actually like trying to make it in the industry. I dropped songs on Bandcamp, and in my mind, as a small, young, new in the game, I thought, all right, the song is on Bandcamp. It's just going to flourish. Someone is going to find it, and then boom, boom, boom. The algorithms don't work like IG. So you have to really go in. Hey guys, my stuff is on Bandcamp. And that's just
Interesting.
artists are lazy.
Interesting.
Artists are lazy.
And
We
you
don't
can't-
want
like
to
I
do all
said,
of
you
that.
can't do everything yourself.
Yeah.
You can't do everything yourself.
Yeah.
You can't be the manager. You're your own bouncer.
Mhm.
You're your own, social media guy.
Yeah.
You're your own.
At what point do you think an artist should invest in a team? Do you
I
think when
mean,
they're just starting
First
out,
of
still
all,
learning?
before
Or...
you invest in a team, invest in yourself.
Yeah, oof.
That's the educational part of it.
Mhm.
Learn the music game.
Yeah.
Learn. There's so many podcasts you can listen to. There's so many.
30%
We know.
podcast.
Yeah, the 30% podcast.
Start
please.
like 30% podcast.
Thank you.
There's
Some
so many,
self-promo,
there's
yeah.
so many things you can listen to just understand and just understand the music game and the knowledge
Mhm.
of just positioning yourself and being that brand and standing out
Yeah.
among others, because there's so many people. There's so
Well,
many people
it's-
who are trying to
The
break out
music
from
industry
there.
is completely saturated.
It's crazy because if you look, like in Nigeria, the competition is mad.
Fam.
It's mad. You know, Wizkid can go home for a month. There are like 30 Wizkids in the studio.
Already.
Sleeping on mattresses.
Just as good.
Just over here in the studio.
Yeah.
Waiting now for that time. Ingia booth.
Producer can't go home.
Producer can't go home. He has to lala there
He
with
has
you.
to stay there. Yeah.
Because, you're Nasumbua. And you've paid him your $500. You know, you need to get this music out because you need to feed your family.
Yeah.
So a lot of these Nigerians know how to build that, that stardom and that, they know how to.
I feel like the artist development is very good.
It's too dope.
Yeah.
And that's because if you look at their managers, they did the work, the education. They went to school. They did what they needed to do to understand the game. And once you understand the game, and then and obviously the game is never always going to be the same everywhere.
Yeah.
America is different from the UK. The UK is Latin America. For example, the biggest artist now is what? Bad Bunny.
Yes.
Look at his numbers. But do you understand what he's saying? No.
Insane.
I don't know what he's saying. It's Spanish.
You like it?
But it's popping.
It's a vibe.
Drake went to look
the
for
women
him.
love it.
Exactly.
Drake went down. When Drake is looking for you and Burna Boy is looking for you for no,
you're onto
it's not
something.
for no reason because they know you're a band, and then obviously
market.
you have a different target market.
Yeah.
It's a different target market they're looking at.
Yeah.
Now they're looking at how about Afrobeats with these Spanish guys?
Yeah.
How that work? To the Brazil.
Let's
go look for this guy.
Yeah,
let's go look for Bad Bunny and see what we can do in the studio.
Yeah.
And that's how you make music. That's how you make magic.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, now it's cutting across Niger, obviously, which is now trickling into East Africa and the whole of South America.
Yeah, you can have this one. I have an interesting question. Well, it's interesting to me. Do you?
To me as well.
Yeah. If you don't know what I'm going to ask, you can't just.
I trust in my boy that much. I know it's going to be interesting.
And as an artist in Kenya sitting here, I think a lot of artists are really, really tired of hearing Nigeria is doing well, South Africa is doing well, and then Kenyans. Do you think it's unfair to keep comparing Kenya with all these other markets, or is it a necessary thing for us to be able to grow?
Yes and no. I mean, it's. I'll give you a story. So when we're growing up, me and my small sister, my younger sister, she's a year younger than me.
Yeah.
Shout out Aunt Chege.
Shout out to Aunt Chege.
Yeah. Friend of the podcast.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Pops was a bit tough.
Okay.
In about schoolwork and stuff like that. But you see, the thing is, she used to be like top 3
in class.
And then your boy here is number 12.
If you were to spend a little less time,
but listen, if she's in class 3, I'm in class 4.
Yeah.
We're not in the same class.
Yeah.
So Dad, calm down. But you can't tell him to calm down. You're 10 years old. She's 9.
Yeah.
But maybe her class is easier. Who knows?
Yeah.
But maybe she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
So you see, that comparison is a bit unfair.
Yeah.
Because we're in different streams. You're being asked hard questions. Why is she number 3 and why are you number 12? And I'm like,
how do you start explaining that? I spent my whole time
you're in the same school, you're in the same uniform, you sleep in the same house.
Yeah.
Eating the same food.
Yeah,
same nutrition.
So what's wrong with you?
Why is the end product different?
What's wrong with you? How do you answer that question? You know, exactly. So when you're asking about Kenya and Nigeria, bro, they just have the sauce, bro. They have the sauce. It's true. And we just have to find our sauce, find our sound.
I think that's gonna be difficult.
Was it Kapuka? Was it gang?
Our sound.
It has been different things.
Our sound
Exactly.
is
It
too
has been different.
fragmented. And I don't think we're good.
What are we doing now?
But I don't think we'll ever go. This is
Abaton
unfortunate.
is now.
This is unfortunate, but I don't
Next
think
week.
I don't think we'll ever go to a place where we have a sound that just represents the whole of Kenya.
Kenya is too much of a melting pot for that. I
It's
feel.
too much now.
Yeah,
I remember the days you're gonna say, but I don't think we.
If you
will
go to
ever
Nigeria,
go back
most
to
Nigerians
those
are
days.
Nigerian. Here, there's a lot of now I keep saying especially in Nairobi because outside of Nairobi things are different.
That's
But then
That's
here, there's a lot of different cultures. There's a lot of different.
We have the drillers. We
Yeah.
have the R&B girls.
Exactly.
We
You
have
see.
the people who do gengeton and urban tone. We have the guys who will do the gospel.
There's still guys
There's
rapping
just
to
too
boom
much.
bap beats somewhere.
And the Chiles are rapping. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
So I don't think we'll go back to a time where we have just
so we
one
don't know
sound.
where's our lane. if to, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's I feel like
It's like a
Kenya
multi-lanes.
is going through an we have a bit of an identity crisis. Because like you said, TZ, they know their sound, they're proud of their,
And they
their
stick
you
to
know
it.
what I mean?
Every single
Their
song is
Swahili
the song.
culture, and
All
then
of them.
Nigerians,
And
even
when they,
through their food,
and when they move,
like you
and when
mentioned.
they try to copy, so to speak, copy Nigerians,
Mhm.
they try to make it their own. Afro
Yeah.
Bongo.
We've seen what they've done with Amapiano.
They've copied.
Bongo.
Yeah, they've done.
You
They've
know,
done. What's the
it's-
Latin American one?
Reggaeton.
They've had a whole phase
There
of
you
that
go.
also.
There you go.
Yeah.
That the Yankee wants to come out of retirement.
Mhm.
Just because of things like that. Reggaeton.
Yeah.
People things are popping now. And who started reggaeton? Was it not Daddy Yankee back in the day?
Yeah.
And look now. So yeah, like you said, we have maybe we have an identity crisis that we need to. But what's the solution to this?
There's no
identity
solution.
crisis?
I think what we do is we lift up all these different segments to the max. Because how are we going? There's no way. There's no way we're gonna
Give spotlight to every. But that would probably dictate a slower growth.
That's
it's
what we have to
necessary.
do.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try and make the R&B girlies have to hop on urban tune.
R&B girlies.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have to do that. Like, how
Shout out
how
R&B
am I gonna
girlies.
do that realistically?
Yeah.
So I think it just comes down to fine. Our market is very segmented. Then how can we make urban tune do the best that it can? How can we make the R&B scene do the best that it can?
Our culture is multicultural.
It is,
Yeah.
and that's just what we have to like contend with. It'll be very difficult to like go back in the day when everybody was making the
all the female artists are jumping on
Kapuka
Kapuka beats. All the
stuff.
male artists are doing Kapuka.
I
All
don't
the
think-
producers are producing.
I think
Kapuka.
that time,
It's
as much as
past.
it was beautiful, it's come and gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, so like you said, let's try and champion all these segments. It's segmented, but let's try and champion all of them.
Facts.
As they come.
Yeah.
You know, we can't say, what are we? You know, the way it's like you said, it's a melting pot.
Mhm.
We've understood them. You know, so we're gonna play them according to their strengths.
Yeah.
You know, if that's your thing, Abandon's your thing,
Mhm.
fine. We're gonna push you until it's no more.
Mm.
If Afam wants to continue rapping,
Yeah.
you know, we'll push him until it's no more,
Mhm.
or until he, you know, evolves into something else.
Yep.
You know, so we can't really look for that identity. I think
Mhm.
all of it is our identity.
Yeah.
It's just our different personalities.
So
I don't know. Maybe we're all bipolar. Who knows?
Maybe we are. So I've seen a lot of
That's
your CV. Like you've done a lot of A&R work. What excites you about an artist?
Mm-hmm.
Their story.
Okay.
When an artist tells you where he's come from, you understand and you almost see it, you know, from their lens,
Yeah.
you know, their view. And when they tell you where they want to go, you know, he has to sell you that dream also. Because, nigga, I'm not going with you if I'm not, you know.
Yeah.
So
If I don't believe it, if I don't believe
you have
it,
to sell me because,
Yeah.
you know, and that's part of us, vetting new artists and, you
Yeah.
know, just trying to work with new people.
Yeah.
Where are we going? Because you're the driver. Or you're the dreamer.
Yeah.
I could be the driver, but, you know, you're the guy.
Mm-hmm.
You're the guy paying me. I'm the Uber guy.
Yeah.
But you're the one paying me.
Some artists
You're the one telling me where we are going.
Some artists want you to dream for them.
I can't. There's no way.
That is a fact.
But there's no
Artists
way.
want to
I
dream
can't
for
do
them.
it. How?
Straight from
I don't
the
know what your
producer-
plan is.
From the producer to all the way to the back end.
But I don't know what your plan is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know you have to be very intentional.
Mhm.
You have to be very okay. Nataka tufanye A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then I come and tell you, okay, let's make a plan. Do you have a plan for this?
Mhm.
Do you have a budget for this?
Mm.
Okay.
Right.
Where are you with all this? And then I see where I can plug in. Where can I help?
Yeah.
You know, with whatever expertise I have, where can we, you know, push you? You know, where can we lend a hand? So
Mm.
if you can't give me that, then it's gonna be a bit tricky. You have to really, you know, let me know what you're trying to achieve and where you're trying to go, and then now we know, are we going together or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
It's-
because
yeah.
if not, then how you gonna, if you can't inspire me, how you gonna inspire other people? How are you going?
Facts.
If you can't sell me on it, how are you gonna sell?
If you
these
can't sell someone
30,000
who
guys out
really
here?
wants to believe in you
Exactly.
on the dream,
Exactly.
there's people out there who
How you
there's
gonna
a
sell all
lot of
these guys?
convincing you're going to have to do.
Exactly. How you gonna sell all these other people?
Yeah.
And me, I'm the music guy.
Mhm.
So if the music guy can't see it, how are your fans going to see it? Your
True.
potential fans.
It's really interesting because every time we ask this question, the main theme is we want an artist who has even just mentally established themselves. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're either doing that or have set plans in place. And that's very contrary to what, like, when you ask a new artist comes up and you ask them, what do you want to do? Oh, I want to get signed. And then you start like
that's the worst.
you start buying like they're
Beats.
living the
Beats.
complete x what's the word, opposite of what they should be doing in order to get into those positions.
Mhm.
And it's just it's that awareness of, all right, you need to be an artist first before you be an artist under a label or be an artist with a manager or be an artist.
exactly.
Like, it has to come from
Definitely.
Yeah.
From within. Yeah, like you said, it has to be, everything has to come from you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything has to come from you. You can't, it's your dream. I can't dream it
Can't
for
dream
you.
for you.
I can't push it. I can't push you. I can't push you. I can do the best I can from where I am, but I'm not you.
Yeah.
So it's up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a long way to go.
We do.
We've done a lot. We have a long way to go. I love what the new kids are doing. Like I said, they're putting in the work.
Are there any
mean,
new kids you're
This
listening
this
to?
this what's his name? The TikToker guy.
Does he also make music?
No, the guy with the TikToker song.
The TikToker
TikTok.
song.
Are you serious?
We know the song. I think we talked about it.
TikTok.
Oh,
TikToker,
Run Scooby.
yes.
Run Scooby.
The other one. No. Tennor.
Gody Tennor.
Gody Tennor.
Oh, okay.
That guy's chucking music like it's.
I fuck with Gody
Hey,
Tennor. I fuck with all those guys. Those guys
yeah.
You know, they're doing the work. They're putting in the work, and you can understand and you can see. I'm not trashing the videos, but the videos are they're very raw. I like how the videos are they're simple. Yeah, and it shows you, they're trying to show you, give you the story, where they come from, so it's not gonna be, they're not gonna overdo it even with a budget and start looking for the way Americans are trying to do it, and
Exactly.
just be flashy. And
Yeah.
I like the rawness of some of the videos.
Yeah.
You're in between a street, you're in between.
We
God
know
knows
that
what.
street. We've been there.
You know what I mean?
So
I like that rawness. I like,
rawness.
it tells a lot. It gives the song a bit of character.
Yeah.
And it's dope. You're on top of a mat. There are 30 guys below there. It's like you're on it's a concert, but you're on top of a mat.
And it plays. It's really important because it also plays into the current culture.
And in movie,
Right.
like I was gonna say, that it's the culture. So
That's the culture.
You're in it.
And if there's anything that can push your art further, it's just the culture.
That
itself.
song has been 4 months. The song is on almost 8 mil.
Yeah. Yep.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Clearly they're doing something right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So okay. So I know you have a PR company, Pinnacle. And I wanted to ask, how does one get into the world of PR? Like, what are the steps? Is it just a thing about having a solid network, or
You see, one thing you see, one thing you have to build over the years is that network. Those bridges, don't burn them just because Mekosana sijui where. It's always good.
You're sure there are not some bridges you need to burn?
I don't know if I can agree with you there,
all
sir.
of them.
There's some bridges I'm very willing to burn.
I think we need to torch them up.
Not all of them. And obviously, if there's some you're gonna burn, make sure you've crossed first before you burn them.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, that's
exactly. That's a
People
fact.
be burning bridges, just throwing
Before you make it across.
Yeah.
Now you're stuck.
You have to go back.
No,
Yeah.
but if there's any bridges in terms of in the music industry, and because one day there's somebody who you could be looking for, somebody who's in a strategic position,
Yes.
a very unique position that you need him, and you remember Muliko Sana last December. That's not gonna help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You should be able to ring that person and be like, hey, I need A, B, C, D. What's viable? What can we do?
Yeah.
If I'm looking for people at race, if me and Calvo have Kosanad, how are we gonna get to Calvo?
Yeah.
If I'm at case, if me and Kwambox have Kosana,
Mhm.
how is she going to help me
Yeah.
push this?
Yeah.
So you have to keep all
PR
these.
is really just
You
relationships.
have to keep all the
It's all it
relationships
is.
I feel like
proper,
everything is a
healthy,
relationship.
alive.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you become best friends,
Mhm.
but just have that respect, mutual respect, and then everything falls into line.
Yeah.
Everything falls into line, and you get your rotation. Because at the end of the day, that's what your artist wants.
Yeah.
You want to hear a song on Kiss,
Mhm.
you want to hear a song on Capital, you want to hear a song on NRG and stuff like that. So
Yeah, one of the things the naiveties I had getting into the music industry was, you'll make good music, you'll whatever, but at the end of the day, if you don't have the good
Man, you have to
relationships,
talk to people. You have to
you have to talk
smooch.
to
You have to
people.
Yeah.
You
send them
might even
gift
have to go
baskets.
to industry events and
Yeah.
actually
you do,
talk
but
to
and
but,
people.
smile.
but that's where you
Brush
find
your teeth that
that's
day.
where you find the
Yeah.
new artists.
Yeah.
Events, industry events, shows, competitions. That's where you
Mhm.
find the new guys.
But you see, for introverts like me and Sam, it's a struggle
No,
to go out there, man.
You have to
But
break
it's true.
through that. You have
Yeah,
to break
it's
through
true.
that.
That's true.
You can't be shy,
You can't.
but you want to be a rapper.
You can't be
That
shy.
doesn't make sense.
You can't be shy and successful.
That
Yeah.
you're only bad in the booth.
Yeah.
But around 30,000 guys, you can't nini
Yeah.
at Mount Kenya University.
That's true. You
These
can't,
kids
you
are
can't
they're
be shy and
they're waiting
successful.
for you to rap, and then you start freezing there.
Yeah.
You'll be booed.
Yeah.
You more importantly, you won't get paid.
You wouldn't get paid.
Nope.
So okay. So one final question from one final question for me, I suppose, would be and I always ask this to our guests, what's one thing in the music industry that you're observing that you feel like people aren't really seeing that is of very big interest to you, that you can forecast like will be like the thing that we need to be, people have talked about AI, this, that, or whatever. Is there any such thing for you?
I was actually gonna say AI, but what I feel is that they need to understand that they can't do everything on their own.
Okay.
Because a lot of them struggle with that. A lot of them struggle with, I'll do it on my own.
Yeah.
I'll do it on my own. But you're new. So it's age old, but they just it needs to be drilled in them that there are people who can help you with this. And it's not always about money. We can look for other ways to monetize. And then once you become an established artist, and then now we see our relationship grew from when you had nothing to now when you have stuff. If you look at, I'm sure Musa was in 2017 was not being paid to, but he had the dream. He just stuck to it.
Yeah.
And now it's paying off.
Yes.
So it's all about all of you encompassing the vision, seeing the vision, understanding the vision, doing your due diligence, about being in the industry, and then just finding a direction, and we are going this way. And once you do that, consistency plays a big part. Like I said, everything else plays a big part. Social media, you know what you need to do, building your brand, your EPKs, everything. Once everything falls into place, it's a big jigsaw.
Yeah.
It all comes into. You can't do one without the other.
Yeah.
So once they realize that as Kenyan artists, then a lot of it can fall into place. But it's not gonna be easy. You have to be patient. You have to be really patient and work on your art.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the one thing that they need to understand, to work on the art.
Yeah.
You can't be rapping. You can't rap the same that he was rapping in 2013.
Nope.
He switched it up. J. Cole did the same thing. Drake, God knows what he's doing.
Have you seen J. Cole's new marketing rollout?
No, tell me about it.
It's amazing. So he's started like all these new pages called Might Delete Later on Instagram, on YouTube, and then essentially it's like vlogs,
Mhm.
but shot in like the late 90s 2000s style with
Mhm.
like the fisheye lenses and
Mhm.
stuff. And then
Exactly.
like after every show, like
Mhm.
he'll do like a small interview of like Sexy Red or Drake. They'll say something,
Mhm.
and then snippets of the music, and it's
Yeah.
grimy. It's like 480p, you know, like it's 720p at
It's
most.
grainy a bit.
Yes, and it's just so dope. And then you have like 11 minutes, 12 minutes vlogs of this he puts on Instagram with the snippets of the music. It feels like it just feels like an experience.
Exactly. See,
Yeah.
he's built an experience,
Yeah,
and now you're intrigued. Like I said, some sense of anticipation.
yeah,
Now you anticipate what's coming.
yeah,
And he's even telling you we might delete later. So you're even rushing there.
yeah.
You understand?
Actually, I never thought
that's
of
a-
that.
that's a team
aspect.
that's working.
So you're like, snap.
Those are
we
people
might
that are
delete later.
thinking.
Let me dip and watch it because
you might make up one day and
and delete later for
Instagram is
real.
gone.
So
So I need to be part of it as it's
exactly, you need to be
happening.
part of the whole experience.
Yeah.
And that's where they
Oh.
get you.
And that's a guy who is at the top of hip hop, right?
That's where they get you.
Yeah.
And you see, he wasn't doing that in 2006, 2017.
Yeah.
You see, he's doing that now.
Yeah.
So you have to evolve with the times. Find new
Facts.
ways, find more innovative ways how to, get to your audience.
Yeah.
This audience is everywhere. There's new things every day. TikTok,
Mhm.
TikTok challenges. Next is, threads. Next is there's so many things
Threads is
that it's just about
Yeah.
how you push out the message.
Yeah.
And once you understand that, then it's very easy to get to your audience.
Mhm.
And obviously, it has to be engaging content.
Yeah.
You're not just gonna put something that you see, like he said, if delete later, and you're running there because like he said, it's grainy, so it's intriguing.
Yeah.
The Sexy Red there.
It's almost nostalgic.
Yeah, exactly. So you're trying to be part of that movement.
And that's one thing I think I keep saying. Probably tired of myself hearing myself say it, but I think we need more people who think about this kind of things in especially in the Kenyan music industry, rather than just
Definitely.
people. All we have is the producer and the artist, and that's
You know,
that's the extent of our.
there's something
our work.
there's something I really want to try.
Mhm.
If we can get an artist, if we can work on an artist album.
Mhm.
I want to try a silent disco
A silent disco.
as a launch
And now
for an EP or an album.
there we go. Look.
So we have 30,000, well, maybe 15, 20 of us or 30 of us,
Mhm.
and everyone has headphones.
Yeah, and there's
But no one is talking.
We're just vibing.
But
to
let's
it.
listen.
Mhm.
You do it. What genre of music would that be appropriate
I
for?
don't know who would fit that. I don't know who would fit that.
I mean, what you could do is
aesthetic.
you could have like small tests, right, of different.
Yeah, you
Let's
and
see
your 10
what-
boys.
I feel
Yeah.
like silent disco would be best for like an EDM like type thing.
Type
But we
EP.
don't know.
Type
Though.
EP.
We don't. Maybe it's because we've not seen it.
No,
done with something
I don't
else.
know.
Like,
I
it
mean, I'm
could
just
cross over,
thinking
yeah.
like
Yeah.
an Idaziz. If Idaziz did like a silent disco,
Possibly, yeah,
it
I
could
would.
be fire.
If Sophia drops an album,
Yeah, if Sophia and
she should
Zao
go to
did
silent disco.
You see, like if Sophia did, that would be
wouldn't that be interesting? That would be
that would
interesting.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just some the things you think about when you're sleeping. Then you wake up.
Yeah,
And then you write it. Then
You need to write it down. You need to
What
scribble
about,
it
what
down.
about a
Those are-
silent
Those are
disco
good ideas. And we
as an
definitely-
album launch? Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need people. Like,
So no
people
one
like
is
that who
talking.
are-
No one is talking. It's
Yeah.
just in there. Then the DJ fingers.
Mhm.
So everyone is listening.
They're listening to the song,
Okay,
the vibe out,
okay,
and then when
okay.
you're done, it's done.
Because it's more
Crisp.
It's more. One, it's more crisp. It's in your face. It's in your ear, and then it's more engaging.
It's more engaging.
And then
Crisp-
you don't have to
crisp
do
the
the whole
hype.
album. It could be 3 jams or 2 jams. Then maybe she talks, gives her take on the 2 songs, and then maybe another 2 songs, and then she gives you, okay, what inspired these 2 songs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Then maybe the last 2 songs, and then there you go.
that's fire.
And I can guarantee you, the next time any of those songs play, you'll remember the song
Exactly. Yeah, because it comes with
because
an
it
experience.
was in your ear
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
experience.
for an hour.
Speaking of songs, I guess we
Yeah,
can get into it. So, like, what are you excited about? Like, what in terms of the music? Like, we had talked about some of the new artists. Like, of course, this is a segment where we usually like play music, so you actually get a chance to put on a Kenyan artist. But as you do that, like, what kind of camps, or rather music camps, because there's a whole bunch of them. What are you excited about? And then I guess you could give us a song.
Music. Wait, what do you mean music camps?
When I say camps, I mean like the different small genres. that we
Genres.
have
Yeah.
going
Oh,
on.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
like I said, I mean, urban tone is really doing its thing.
Mhm.
I'd like to see the longevity of that urban tone, but again, we spoke about copyright and
Yeah.
that situation.
Yep.
I don't know how they're doing it. I mean, there's entities that will help, can help you clear those,
Yeah.
clear the way and for you to use those rights. Obviously, you can either go to the owners of the song, artist, or album. I mean the what do you call it? The studio
Mhm.
or the producer, and then they could clear that. And obviously, now you guys have to come up with some sort of rev share,
Yep.
if at all there is, and then it's good to go.
Mhm.
But how many times can you do that? How many times can you
I don't know.
go and look for this producer and be like, yo, can I use this song? Can I use this? Because that's what they're doing. They're using older.
Yeah,
Or
but
the-
hey,
but it's
listen,
working. I mean, it's
the
working.
music is fire.
The
So
music-
let's
it's very
let's
fire.
enjoy it
It's
for
very-
now.
yeah, let's enjoy it for
Yeah,
now.
for now, let's
But,
enjoy
but
it.
but we don't want to be, like I said, Otaki cease and desist email.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we also don't want to build a culture of music on legal struggles.
Mm,
Like it would be
yeah.
good to just have the music.
But I like what they're doing.
Yeah.
Let's not knock their hustle.
Nope, not at all.
They're doing a good job.
Yeah.
So
What would you like to play? Who would you like to put
who
on?
would I like to?
Mhm.
Yeah. As long just any Kenyan song music you want to play for the end of the podcast.
Yeah, there's a new song. The new song that came out. It came out yesterday with Mejja on it.
Oh, okay.
It's
There's
a
a new
remix.
song with Mejja.
It has Brida, Mejja, and I think Gody, Tennor.
Okay.
Mm.
Somewhat wrong. It's a remix to something.
What is it called?
That's what I'm trying to find.
Mejja is really, he's really inspiring. Bro has been
It's been
he's
artist
been
for-
on people's necks.
He's really doing well.
He's
done
not
well.
chilling at all.
As of one of the last of the old school,
Yeah.
gang guys.
Yeah.
He's really done well. And it was also an inspiration to these young guys
Mhm.
because they've seen the work he's put in.
Yeah.
From his funny songs that were comical to what he's
Mhm.
doing now.
Comical and story. He
They were-
does
they were-
Story. He's the best storyteller.
My
The storytelling
goodness.
that Mejja does in his videos
Yeah.
are too funny.
He's the
It's
best.
good.
He's the best.
He's
the best at that.
You
storytelling.
must say,
Yeah.
you must give hats off to him.
Because me, when I'm watching his music videos, I'm actually in it for the story.
Even though I'm in it for the story, I'm like, this guy is killing me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called what? G Bagadat Remix.
Mhm.
Stoopid Boy, Mejja, Brida LW, Gody, Tennor, and Spoiler.
Easy. So that's G
That's
Bagadat.
G Bagadat.
Let's go. You're listening
remix,
to
the
G.
remix.
You're listening to the remix.
Yeah.
Gota tujai buga Tugonyere Kipao wanauliza niko wapi, niko Rurasho inikanairo mind wa business 254 nani follow manze kama jiza disciple rapa round mimi nakandanga kama chapo kauna lugha enda west ikatike mamboch kani ngoma mimi nasikizanga world boss eti best rapper Kenya ni Calligraph Jones sasa nyuktopizwa kwa round huko New York niko insecure ile design ya Sauti Sol mademu amepararaka dansa wa Willy Paul kwela ni nderere alafu ball role model wangu manzasi ni Brida Law nikidai Tumblr new press Mejja tuna enjoy mpaka tunavunjika hiyo ko sherehe za kitanda silete matanga bro kelele za mkun bado azipasui choo mtumi na rang maze pipi na Dior kelele za mkun bado azipasui choo eti tulienda wapi si tuko Jibagajat tulienda wapi si tuko Jibagajat ai Jibagajat Jibag na jag Jibagajat Jibag na jag Jibagajat Jibag na jag watauliza tuko wapi si tuko Jibaga Jat Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag watauliza tuko wapi si tuko Jibaga Jat
wakiuliza tuko wapi si tuko Jibag na jag unajua kani kuroll mi rolling na gang vile mbogi joy mecrack wana tukompea na thugs luku authentic asi timba ni lax cheki kama ni shori napenda mwenye na ass hizi mapongi na zi switch mana girls sherehe ni daily hizi pande na ni must Jibag gwethe adisia na jag
vroom vroom nime pull up na mrenga kauja ni rada majina ni Gody tena ni kung fu nikicheki jo mamblena kwanza madem zao wote na wateka niko majag na keg ni black niko majibaga jat na roll mashash niko marau gota city nikisplash makash si tulijipanga jan uko juja na njaa ai
Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag watauliza tuko wapi si tuko Jibaga Jat Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag watauliza tuko wapi si tuko Jibaga Jat
Jibag na jag mini fiat understand walenjena kaimara mall vile dos na kala clash chrome kani silver body paint black penga kikama nazima kwani ni attack mabombo wajeta kama you to shine to ball to rise to fike mali range ni ondai ki roll ki light ki legalize jabani green cut the mask ni kugwe the lies me and my friends on the NZ ndani ya benzi wa supani majenzi boy like muse mashadi mabesti na cheki nyash na jegi baby kuja friendly paipu majags usonga times 2 ndani KU zinakana shikwa laibu mboka ni utat tutashindwa who's that machine heavy duty nyuna dhani atini kuga
Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag watauliza tuko wapi si tuko Jibaga Jat Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag watauliza tuko wapi si tuko Jibaga Jat
Askuzi nimechizi na wakanesa manzi mkamba anaishuko Mirema alinidinya nikaanza kumlipia keja yeupika kiwandethe haya Jibag na jag njugu na gat iyo kombi kuna vile ye uslap mi siwezi jam juu ya dem ukinirusha ganji ndio mi ujam walai doba imeshika kama manduya niko kila mahali kama manguya utanipata malomalo ikishika na mbogi ukinikosa kwa simu ushapata ripoti
Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag watauliza tuko wapi si tuko Jibaga Jat Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag Jibaga Jat Jibag na jag watauliza tuko wapi si tuko Jibaga Jat.
So that was Jibaga Jat, the remix by Stoopid Boy, Mejja, Breeder, Gody Tennor, and Spoiler. So shout out to them, man. That's fire.
Yep.
Yo, thank you so much for pulling up.
Thank you for having me.
Yo, I feel like this was a very insightful conversation.
Very.
I really do appreciate you coming to spit some gems for our listeners. I hope
He
you
dropped
guys...
some gems. Pick
did.
some of those.
Yeah.
Kidogo.
Yeah, some gems.
Where
some
we
gems.
can help.
Some rubies,
Yeah,
some
guys are very
sapphires,
humble.
some diamonds.
You can't be humble when looking at your CV though. Like that's not
I
kidogo,
mean,
my guy.
yeah.
That's more.
But
than
where's
that.
the Lambo though, you know?
It's on the way, man. It's coming. Bro. It's coming.
Might need to talk to Rem about that. Let's see what's going on.
But as long as you put your head down and get the work done, rewards will come.
Yeah.
Patience is key.
Fire.
Very.
So again, thank you so much. Like I've been trying to push an outro in this podcast, but you're listening to this podcast, you know by now, the 3 C's. Confidence. I need you guys to be confident in your music, what you're doing. You have to be confident. Consistency.
Yeah.
I
talked
mean,
about that.
Bryan Chege actually said it, man. If you're not consistent, like people will forget
There's nothing
you.
to build on.
There's nothing to build on. And lastly, always work on your craft. Every day, make sure you're doing something related to the music. Even if it's just reading what is a royalty and figuring out what that is.
Yeah.
That'll help a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, remember the 3 C's. Again, thank you so much for Bryan Chege for coming through. That was phenomenal.
Asanteni sana.
And we will see you guys on episode 71.
1